Today we're here with Brian Omer from Stonecutters, Louisville-based sludge metal fucking badass
Trash,
band. Yeah,
death, whatever.
just badass
Do our thing.
for
Thank you.
sure. Uh let's start off with Eye of the Skull. What a
Yep.
fucking killer album this is.
Thank
Look
you,
at
Tom.
look at that fucking awesome artwork.
Yeah, Tim Lehigh, my tattoo artist, did that. He did my back piece, and he's done stuff for or he's tattooed Testament, and we did a High on Fire album cover, and great artist. I don't know. He did a big painting. That's a big painting he did for me.
Fuck
So
yeah.
yeah, asked him to do it, and he made time for me to do a big painting and all for it. I'm pretty stoked on it.
Yeah, that's cool as shit.
Yeah.
So, Eye of the Skull, when did you start writing up for it?
Man, during the pandemic or the lockdown stuff, I got with drummer Johnny, who's played on just about all the Stonecutter stuff, albums. And we just started I had the riffs and started putting it together, and I was like, this is Stonecutters, we're doing this. And turned out powerful, I think. I'm stoked on it.
Yeah, I think
Doing
so
the
too.
death cover and all, and Planet Chaos on there. That's a song that him and I wrote when we were kids. It's like a 30-year-old song, showing my age here, but
So it's like
Johnny,
coming full circle, right?
I mean, full circle. It's like, man, we had recorded it like 30 years ago. We just kind of decided to record it again and beefed it up, put some solos in it and a sample, and yeah, I'm stoked on the whole thing.
Hell
Turned out
yeah.
it's fun,
I think it sounds really good. Opens with Scowlers. You know,
right?
what a good
Got the little
fucking
sing
strong.
along
Yeah.
right there from the start. Yeah, I won the good, powerful song first, and
It is.
"Search for Rest." One of Us is a tribute to the movie Freaks, the old Todd Browning black and white movie, uh, which I kind of killed Todd Browning's career. He's a Louisville native guy, and he did Dracula, London After Midnight, and bunch of classics, and then Freaks kind of freaked the Hollywood out, and but now people look back as a great movie. But I don't know, yeah, the solos and all on that song and the album, I'm really happy with Chris, our guitar player. Record.
Did you I think you muted.
Sorry,
Yep, there you
I'm
are.
new to it. Got a call there for a second, but it's actually my first Zoom meeting in a while. So yeah,
I
back at it.
appreciate it. Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah,
Uh, so how long has Eye of the Skull been out? It just came out in like what, October, November?
September.
Okay.
September. We did the release show. Well, that's when the headliners release show, and then the vinyl. Actually, this Saturday will be like the vinyl release. We're releasing both records. We've got the 7 inch. Can I show the 7 inch?
Yes.
There's the 7 inch, and then the records just came in like last month. So we're gonna the full length record you just showed. So we're gonna release both Saturday night at Mag Bar.
Right on.
Do a
That'll
big
be
release.
Yeah, that'll be a good show. I remember the Eye of the Skull release was you guys, she, who else was
And
on that?
Sinistrom,
That's it.
Opened. That was an awesome show.
Yeah.
This one's got Bat Wizard, who are obviously on the 7 inch with us, and Sadistic Creator. They're kind of younger kids. Great, like thrashy death metal,
Cool.
fast stuff.
I'm
It's
not
good.
I've not seen them. Obviously, I've seen Bat Wizard a few times. Love Vic, Adam, right? The whole crew.
Yeah,
Um,
me too.
I think I think I'll have Adam on. I got it on the schedule somewhere. I don't even know when.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
Good.
yeah. I reached out to Vic, was like, "Hey, dude, you want to be on?" I haven't heard back from him. I'm like, come on.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
Yeah, I'll hit him up again today. I just hit him up, I think, yesterday.
Really.
Yep. So shows
We
at Magbar, it's all ages, right?
It's all ages. Yeah, this Saturday it looks like we're gonna have a good turnout. We've sold Magbar out pretty much every time we played there, so I think it's gonna be another. It looks like it's gonna be another banger here.
Yeah, well, I think it will be.
All
I was talking to my daughter, her boyfriend, and his brother, and I think they're planning on coming to the show too.
awesome. It's gonna be a packed deal here. I
Yeah,
feel.
yeah, I do too.
I'm
I
always
think,
stoked on that. Neither one of us play out a lot locally, Bat Wizard or Stonecutters, so
right.
we try to make it an event when we play local.
Yeah,
So
and it's always a good time, right? A lot of familiar faces coming in and everyone just kind of hanging out, talking and what have you.
yeah, yeah, it's always good times. We try to
Yeah,
make our shows are always fun,
for sure.
even though
So,
our music's dark and dreary.
yeah. Well, I just had a conversation with another guy, right? Like metalheads are typically happier people than people who listen to all the other styles of music, which is maybe it's because we get our aggression out or whatever.
Yeah, it's a little therapeutic for us, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, enjoy it.
So you've got the show Saturday. What other shows do you have coming up?
We're gonna play this fest in Kalamazoo, Michigan. Um, it's a weird name called Oigs Fest. And we played it before. It's gone on for a few years now. It's usually in Lansing. It's the guys from Cavalcade
Mm-hmm.
put it on. And I heard they have Centenary this year, which I love.
Cool.
Centenary are playing Drink Their Blood, Cavalcade, and a bunch of other like awesome heavy bands. That's April 6th. And I think we're going to play Chicago the night before. I don't have all the details yet. And we got a show in Lexington March 30th. So yeah, we're working out some stuff. We're playing Green Lantern in Lexington on the 30th,
Okay.
and that'll be a fun
Yeah.
crowd there.
Yeah, that
So it's
place
been a while.
I've been to, yeah, I haven't been there in probably a year or two. And I feel
It's
like
been a while for me. Yeah,
yeah,
it's a neat little spot. So we'll go down there and hit that, and I don't know. We're gonna make a few things happen
right
this
on.
year.
So Cavalcade,
Um,
Craig Horkey, right?
yes, Craig
He's
does. He did the artwork for the 7 inch, and he's done our album covers for Carved in Time and Blood Moon, and a bunch of T-shirts and posters for us, and we love his art as well.
yeah, me too.
He's dope.
I was trying to think. I was at a festival in Michigan. It doesn't happen anymore. It was called Bled Fest.
Hmm.
They had it in Heartland Community Center, and they had like 5 or 6 stages set up, and they had in like the gymnasium was just it was a vendor like fair in there. So I was in there the last time I was at Bloodfest. I think Black Dahlia Murder headlined, Fallujah was there, Battlecross, I don't know, a lot of really, really good fucking bands. And I'm checking out the vendor fair. I met Craig. I was digging his art. I think he had a Melvins poster that I was like, oh, that's freaking cool. So we get talking, and I was like, oh yeah, like I live in Louisville. He goes, oh, I know some people in Louisville. I go, who? He goes, Brian Omer. I'm like, I fucking know Brian. Like that's cool.
Sweet. Yeah. Craig's kind of my boy. He's awesome.
Yeah, he's I
He's
think I've got some of his posters hanging up around here somewhere.
Yeah, he does great work.
Yeah, he's got a really unique style that I like a fucking
He
lot
does. It's very poppy. He looks great on like shirts and album covers. His stuff is strong. I like it.
for sure. Um, so Eye of the Skull, that I assume first pressing of that'll probably sell out pretty quick, huh?
Man, we have gone through about half of it already. Um, CD. Sorry, I'm trying to push my dog into his kennel here, get him to cooperate. Man, the CDs have almost sold out,
Nice.
and the vinyl. man, we had like 40 or 50 pre-orders. So it's moving really good actually.
Hell yeah.
Um, I didn't make like a whole lot. Like I put it out on my own label, which I put out all the Stonecutters albums pretty much on my own label, Time is Truth. And I didn't get too crazy with it, but yeah, it's actually selling really good. And I think the artwork and the album itself, I don't know, I feel like it's good. So proud of it.
I do
And
too.
10 songs on the physical product, where there's only 8 on the streaming platforms and all. Saved a couple bonus tracks for the physical.
That's a good way
But
to push people to buy more physical
yeah,
too.
exactly.
It's
And you get the
like,
whole awesome layout and stuff. And the cassette and CD turned out beautiful too. The CD has a big poster in it, and cassette has like a 4 panel fold out deal. And
hell yeah.
it's all got the Tim Lehigh artwork in it.
I,
So
I
yeah,
was I was talking to Chris Pravelis from Internal Bleeding last night, and
really.
yeah, and we were talking about what it was like back in the day. You're like our age, so
Man, Chris and I actually go back a long way. We played this Dayton, Ohio metal fest. My old band, My Own Victim, Internal Bleeding, and Dying Fetus.
oh, right
And
on.
this was like 92.
Wow.
So I've known him since about I graduated from high school.
Since about the time that Internal Bleeding started, because they started in 91.
Yeah, yeah, and My Own Victim had just put out. We had just signed to Century Media, I believe, or about to. And that's when I put out 4 albums on Century Media with that band, and met Chris early on. And My Own Victim ended up putting out eight eight albums, I think. I have to think about it. Yeah, 6, 8, and then yeah, I've known Chris and Dying Fetus for that long. It's kind of crazy. We both started out about the same time,
Yeah.
all of
Uh,
us.
it's nice for those guys. It seems like Internal Bleeding is starting to get a lot more notoriety in current times.
Yeah, they had a different singer back then. I remember they've kind of changed singers a few times, I believe.
Yeah,
Um,
I
but
think
he's kept it going as Internal Bleeding this whole time, and the slamming riffs. Yeah,
for
I know
sure
those dudes.
they've got a
Yeah,
pretty solid lineup right now.
hmm
Uh,
yeah,
Trying to get them. I think uh they're playing Milwaukee Metal Fest this year. We were talking about they're gonna hit a few dates out to Metal Fest and back home, and one of the couple of those dates are like Cleveland and Detroit, and I'm like, well, shit, I'm probably gonna have to make that trip. Come up, hang out, drink some
yeah.
bourbon.
Right.
You
It's
know,
on a good time.
hell yeah. So if you want to make a trip to Michigan,
Yeah,
uh,
that'd be cool.
hell yeah. Um, let's see what over the next like year, what does Stonecutters have kind of in the pipeline aside from a couple of shows?
Um, Man, I tell you what. I mean, we did do this interview before.
Mhm.
I'm kind of telling everybody yes, but something happened to it, and I'd mentioned before that I don't know. Like I feel like Danny Lilker. We were talking about Danny Lilker from Nuclear Assault, SOD,
Hmm.
original Anthrax bass player. I mentioned this in my Metal Forge interview that he hit 50 and he quit touring. So I'm going to be 50 this year, and I'm kind of feeling that. I don't want to say never because I would take a good tour opportunity, but I definitely got a little tired of living in a van. You know,
Yeah.
it gets a little rough out there, especially for a band like Stonecutters. It's hard um, to tour so much. And we went out to California 3 or 4 times, 5 maybe, and New York 4 or 5. We kind of head back and forth, and the older I get, I just realized I just like making music, you know,
Yeah.
and I don't have to kill myself doing it. And I don't know, we're playing shows and we're doing it, and I want to get out there, and But I also realize I'm not a young kid anymore, you know. And I commend Internal Bleeding and Chris and all these bands for hitting it so hard. I wish I could, but we're DIY, and we played some amazing tours and shows. We went out with Guar for a little while, Goat Whore. Um, did maybe four or five shows with Goat Whore. Demolition Hammer. We did a couple of few shows with them and Macabre. And I would do it again, but I definitely feel like I'm not gonna stress myself out and kill myself trying to
Sure.
play so many. I'm getting all the whites and grays are coming in. I'm getting older, and but I do feel like I want to probably do another record after this one. We're kind of starting to write a little bit again, and the guys want to do another one. So I think at least one more might be in the pipeline.
Right
But
on.
for now, yeah, I do want to push this album. It's just came out, and I've kind of taken what comes to me. It's like I'm not out there trying to hit it so hard anymore, I guess.
Well, I
Yeah.
think like you said, right? You're coming up on 50 and you're realizing that, it's not that's not everything. It's not everything to live in a van for 6, 8, 9 months of the year and try and
Right.
do it, right?
I feel like quality over quantity with me anymore, is getting we're just accepting whatever shows, driving 15 hours for one person can kind of hit you hard. We did some great
Yeah.
shows and we do some hard ones, and it's been a learning lesson for sure, and a lot of it. And I don't know, I'm going to keep at it, and I can look back and say I've got a great catalog of albums, and with Stonecutters and My Own Victim, and I don't know. I'll keep doing it as long as I can.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's what Chris was saying, right? Like he's what, 55, 57, somewhere
yeah,
in
he's a little
there.
older than me.
Yep.
Hmm.
He said, it's being very picky on the shows that they take,
Get
right?
that?
Because
Yeah,
you don't want to go out and play for one person and make $30. You're like, I didn't even make gas money,
right.
you know?
I've done what I've called the empty room tours. I mean, I've done amazing tours, and I've done tours where it's like, man, I can't keep doing it like this. I mean,
Right.
it's some of it can bum you out, but it's all fun. I mean, it's all about getting. I mean, Chris doesn't sing and play guitar too. I'm getting up there and like, I don't want to sound bad up there either. I want to.
Right.
I think I still sound pretty youthful. I hope. But I'm not trying to cut anybody down. But I once saw Megadeth and Dave. Dave did have throat surgery or
Yeah.
cancer. I'm
He had
sorry, he had throat
cancer.
cancer.
Yeah.
And it's harder for him to sing. And you hear guys like Dokken, and I've watched some YouTube of some of these guys, and it's I want to know when to say when too on that. I don't want to get up there and sound awful
Yeah. Well,
doing it. So
hopefully you got some people in your circle that are going to say, "Hey, Brian, give it up." You know what I mean?
right.
Like I
I
think
mean, at
you
the moment, it feels like they still want it, and that's a bit of the reason why I'm like, okay, I'll keep doing it
well,
as long as people be there and are hungry for it, and I'm hungry for it.
yeah, we for sure do. Just as a as a fan of the band, we want to hear more music. We want to see you play out, and we want to see you play out to full rooms, frankly.
Yeah, like the
Right.
like the Magbar thing will be a great turnout, and the shows I'm booking I think are going to be strong.
Good.
So yeah, I
Yeah,
want to
so
keep doing it. So
yeah,
this
well,
is album number 6.
hmm
And I don't know if you have that cover in front of you again, but he put a Roman numeral 6 on the album cover. I have to point it out to people.
I see it.
But being our 6th album, I was like, man, because we have hidden Roman numerals of each album. There it is. And yeah, asked him if he'd sneak that in, and he did.
Right on. Well,
So,
that's cool. That's a, nice unique thing. I know some artists they always they'll have this great picture and there's something just a little off somewhere and like that's their little signature, without putting their
mhm,
signature on it, which is,
right,
you know, super cool. It's nice to have that.
sure, yeah.
So who designed the Stonecutters logo?
That was Tim Lehigh as well, the guy that did the new album cover. He did the logo. He did a turquoise outline and that yellow outline
Yeah,
that's on the beanie. And yeah, I'm stoked on it.
right on.
He's fantastic with it.
So
Uh,
where's he at? I think you said he's out of town, right?
Man, he's a bit of a traveler. He's originally from Wichita, Kansas, but he got his name out in L.A. San Francisco or L.A. Probably both. He's pretty much a traveler now. He's I think he was up in where the Stone Church is because we talked about that venue. Stonecutters played the Stone Church at a fest called Stone to Death. It's kind of funny, but he lived in that town, Brattleboro, Vermont.
Okay,
He was living there, and I think he's moving to Florida. But he's just kind of he's just traveling tattoo artist. He's pretty gotten a pretty good name for himself.
right on.
So yeah, yeah, I'm stoked on that. The all the album covers. Dave Pollard has been a huge part of Stonecutters. He did our first three album covers, and I've still got some stuff of his I'm going to use for shirts and flyers, and I've accumulated a lot. I've got a lot of stuff I haven't even used yet with artists that have given me.
Or
So,
you can end up like Slayer when you decide to hang it up. You hang it up and you could just keep putting merch out for sale.
I had this plan. I really want to see it through. We've got so much art and tour posters and stuff up, shirts and album covers or whatever I've accumulated, and I want to maybe put a book out of it. I've
Really?
been talking to Corey Fusting. He does Doodle Hound. You might know him, local guy, but he puts out books of his art, and we've been talking about putting that together. So at the end of the day, I'd like to possibly have a Stonecutters book of all our art from over the. I mean, it's been almost 20 years,
Yeah.
so it's a lot of tour posters and I did handle most of that myself. I got a hold of the artists and worked with each one, and so and I kept all the work. So different logos and just Dave did a lot of stuff. Mainly those three artists did a lot for us. Um, Dave Pollard, Craig Horkey, and
Tim
uh,
Lehigh.
and Tim Lehigh. And I should mention Jeff Gaithers has done a lot for us as well. He did a lot of posters. He did the Homer Simpson,
Yeah, he did the
Gigi Homer,
didn't he do like what is it, the living
did the Living Dead 7 inch.
yeah,
He did an Eye of the Skull for us. That's on Johnny, our drummer's drum head.
cool.
That's a Gaither artwork. So yeah, and we keep it in kind of a little circle of like three or four that we work with. But we've done stuff with a lot of other people here and there too.
Yeah.
But those are kind of the main guys, I guess. That,
Yeah, and they're all tremendous artists, dude. All of them
yeah,
just kind of crush it.
I really pride myself and Stonecutters on presentation. I want everything to look. That's really important to me. For everything to look fantastic, and yeah, I want to keep it that way.
Hell
So
yeah. Well,
yeah,
just keep plugging away at it. Do what you got to do.
right,
Uh,
right.
I think you have some other merch that just came out, right? Specifically the hat.
The toboggan, yeah,
Yeah,
we just had the toboggan come out, and the new Horky shirt, Craig Horky shirt with it's got. I don't know if you could flash that up in somehow during the video without us here right now, but it's on our website or Instagram and Facebook, and our Bandcamp gets hit a lot. It's stonecutters.bandcamp.com, and it's got the new Craig Horky. shirt on there that turned out great. So yeah, he did the new shirts, the new 7-inch cover. Um, he's kind of in charge of that fest in Kalamazoo, the Cavalcade. It's been
Yeah.
Cavalcade puts on. He plays bass in Cavalcade.
Yeah.
So
Kalamazoo's not a bad drive either. It was about 4.5 hours, I think.
I think so. I think I looked up. I think it was like five, right at five actually.
Could be, yeah.
So it's not too bad. We're gonna go because we're heading home there from that's be our last show. We're doing like a little weekend. We might extend it, do a little more, but that's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Playing fests are always fun to play.
Well, for sure, especially, when you're going to a festival with friends, friends and other bands and what have you.
Yeah, everybody gets to hang out. We played that. Oh man, the Southgate House show revival, Tri-State Terror
Hmm.
last year with Wraith and gosh, Sinistrom played that show. It was a ton of bands, Mound Builders, um, Vincent Crowley, but that was a good fest. Um, Played last year,
Y-
so
I've been to a lot of shows. I've not been to one at the Southgate house yet.
really,
Yeah.
that's kind of Cincinnati area. We
Yeah,
played
it's
Voltaire Assault a couple of times, and we're hoping to maybe do that again
right
this
on.
year. Um, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, are you in talks with them about it?
I know Joey B a bit and Tony Clem do it, and I mentioned it to them, and it's hopefully going to happen.
Cool. Right
We
on. I
shall
hope.
see.
Yeah, hopefully. I feel like, what Belushi Speedball's played there a couple of
They
times.
played a couple of times. They bring a party to it.
Yeah. Uh,
Yeah.
is Shock Narcotic playing this year?
I don't know. They haven't announced the lineup for this year yet. So they have played it before, though. Yes.
Yeah, they played it last year, which is kind of neat because that's Sean Knight and Don Slater.
Battlecross guys or something.
So Sean is Child Bite,
Hmm.
and then Don Slater from Battlecross, and I don't know who the other couple of guys are. They just got a new drummer because their other drummer had some issues.
Hmm.
I haven't figured out who it is yet. Um,
I did see where Child Bite and Snafu. They're doing some of these the Pantera shows.
yeah, yep.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, it was Child Bite and Snafu did the same run,
they
what,
did.
over the summer
They
last year, right?
Yeah, they did some previous ones already, and
Yeah,
I saw where they're doing more. So it's awesome.
yeah, good for them. We caught that show in Indianapolis, and Snafu crushed it, and I screwed up and got way too trashed. And by the time Lamb of God came on, I don't remember him getting on stage. It
That's
was,
funny.
yeah, it was terrible. I'm like, I paid this money to see, and I don't remember none of it.
And
Nest is on.
Detroit just has an amazing scene there. I guess still. I mean, Snafu, Child Bite. You mentioned Battlecross, and we did some shows with Against the Grain
Yep.
with the Guar tours.
So
Um,
Against the Grain, I think playing some reunion shows lately. 'Cause they,
Manic Outburst. Remember, they were a good thrash band um, from Detroit. Yeah, yeah. Against the Grain did do some reunion shows I saw
yeah,
or
which
show.
which went over. I think they did two or three, and they went over, sold out like so fast. Um,
Awesome.
who else? Detroit's got a really solid scene. Like there are so many fantastic musicians there. Just Michigan as a whole, there's some amazing musicians.
Right.
We've got the same thing down here though too,
Yeah.
right? Like
Thanks are yeah, we got a fun little scene here. I've been doing the Metal Mondays for like 8 years, and there's a lot of touring bands, but we have a lot of local bands play it as well. And it stays this last year was like one of the best years we had. Redividers, it's a great local like death metal. band I really dig. Blind Scryer. They're more stoner doom, and
Yeah.
it's really diverse here with the heavy stuff, and
Yeah.
I dig
Well,
it.
crop, right? Crop.
Crop, Lexington
Yeah.
band, yeah, they do well here. Um, I saw they putting together a fest, that legalized Lex thing. So that's going to be She's playing that. We share a member with She. Jace, our bass player, also plays guitar and She.
Cool.
So yeah,
Yeah.
uh,
Blessed Black is on that uh legalized Lex too, and I dig those guys. They're out of Cincinnati, kind of a stoner, like a stoner doom with this 80s new wave of British heavy metal like hints throughout it. Sounds really fucking good.
killer, killer.
Uh
I've heard of them, but I haven't checked them out yet.
yeah, they're good.
YouTube.
Front dude, Joshua Murphy, goes by Murphy. He does that. He's in War Curse, and he
Okay, I know War
does,
First.
yeah, so I think they're on Metal Blade, and
Yeah, their drummer is also plays for Redivide or War Curse's drummer,
oh, right on.
and he's in Deteriorate. Hope I'm saying that right. I think it's Deteriorate. Plays drums in that band too. So these drummers are hard to find, so they're in a few bands.
Yeah, I just talked to a drummer out of Michigan who let's see, Kyle Wagner, he was on, I think he's in like 5 bands right now. Like, as a drummer, you have every option in the world. What do you want to play? How many bands? How often? You can literally do whatever you want,
No kidding, right?
if you have the
I'm
skill.
I've been playing with the same drummer for like 30 years now.
Wow.
Off and on. But mostly on. But Johnny, he's played on all the Stonecutters. He was in My Own Victim with me. We played together as kids, and he pretty much just wants to do Stonecutters, which is good. Because he's a construction worker and he works a lot, and it can take a lot of your time being in bands.
Oh yeah,
So, so yeah, we're content just getting together. Him and I like got together and wrote most of the last album together and a lot of the albums together. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm lucky to have just one drummer that's just, I guess he's kind of exclusively with us. So,
yeah, yeah. You
but
know that's it. It's always what is it? You can throw a
that can
rock
get
in
to
any
where
direction, find a guitar player, and you can't find a drummer anywhere.
exactly. It's the truth around here, really. I mean,
Yeah,
a lot of good guitar players around. I'm kind of sloppy compared to a lot of these shredders, but I don't know. I do my thing, but there's some great players
for sure.
in this town.
We definitely have some talented musicians around here.
Yeah,
Love getting out to shows and seeing these guys play, because it's mind blowing. Crop. I always dig seeing Crop. I think they're great. Bad Wires, they're really good and they're crazy.
yeah, I like
Uh,
them too.
yeah.
We actually played in Texas with them, played out of town with them a bit. Connor, he's also in Stagecoach Inferno, that guitar player. So,
Okay.
yeah, yeah, a
Yeah.
lot of
Cool.
members, a lot of people share members around here.
Yeah. Well, it, I've found that with musicians, most musicians can't just stay in one project. They have to have an array of projects to keep them busy. It's like everyone has
I've been
ADHD.
there. Yeah, it's fine.
That's
It's no real
hilarious.
jealousy there.
No,
More
no,
music. Yeah.
yeah, it makes it easier to get a solid band or a solid bill for a show too, right? Like, oh yeah, I'll do double duty
Right.
tonight.
That
uh
headliner show, release show, Jace played in both bands. He did double duty that night. Worked
yeah,
out good.
that was the first time I got to see She, and I really enjoyed their set.
Yeah, they got kind of a Sabbathy groove to them.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I may have to jump here soon. My dog is getting antsy, and he's a bit of a handful. I've got an 80 plus pound pit bull.
Okay.
So they don't want to just sit around. He wants my attention,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
he hasn't been fed today either. So I need to.
I've got three of them that are asleep upstairs right now.
Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah. They're like, so my son's asleep on his bed. And all the dogs are like curled up around him. They're like,
Really?
yeah, well, they get up when he gets up and he like, I don't know, he'll get up probably here in about 2 hours and play video games for 17 hours, I feel like.
Mm. We've got a cat too, and they actually get along pretty well. My dog and cat.
Our cat
So that's
rules the
good.
house. Yeah.
Yeah, same here actually. Cat tells Big Pit Bull what's going on.
Yeah. Get away from me.
So
Okay.
right,
It's hilarious.
short and sweet. But
Uh,
yeah, the Mag Bar show Saturday, man. I hope everybody. I don't know. I know it's going to be a good turnout. We're gonna kick some butt, and it'll be good.
I think so
Um,
too. I think it's going to be a great show. I love the fact that it's all ages because,
yeah,
at our age, a lot of people have kids. Like, like I mentioned, my daughter and her boyfriend and his brother all come into the show, which is,
great. Yeah, a lot of
yeah.
people bringing their. I love it when people come up to me and these kids say, "Hey, this is my first show ever, or my
Oh
first
yeah.
concert," and I'm just like that. I don't know, something about that is really special. It's like they're not going to forget it. You
Oh, you
know,
you never do, right? And you want to
right?
that I think that's the reason you always want to put on the best show you possibly can because it's either going to make the kid love it or hate it, you
Right?
know.
Yeah,
You
that's true.
so you got to
Preferably
do
love it. I think they'll usually love it and want to come back.
yeah. Yeah, that's what we want, right? We want the kids to keep coming back.
Yeah, we noticed at the headliners shows we played. A lot of kids and headliners, and they're all about it, and they seem to be the ones getting really excited.
Yeah.
Even myself included, I kind of hang out and watch it, and I'll get a little rowdy at times, but the kids, they're like hungry for it.
Well, and
So,
that's what we need, right? We need people who are going to be hungry for live music to keep this thing that we love, alive.
yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Without it, it wouldn't be any fun. All right. Well, we're gonna start winding down. Brian, you have any final thoughts for the end of this?
Um, the Come out and see us play if you can. Check out our music on Spotify, YouTube, however you listen to music. Um, Stonecutters.bandcamp has got all of our merch that is available at the moment, and we've got a lot of cool merch. Like I said, I pride myself on presentation. It's We got some neat stuff, and we're on Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff. So yeah, we want to keep it moving forward.
Hell yeah. Rock and roll. Brian, I appreciate you spending some time with me today. And I look
Appreciate
forward
you,
to
Tom.
I'll
Always
see
a
you
pleasure.
I'll see you Saturday.
Sweet. Thank you,
All
my
right.
man.
You're welcome. Have a great day, dude.
You too. Take
Thanks.
care.
See ya.